Hello, everybody. How you doing there? Of course, this is Doc G, and this is one of my shows. And I have a special guest for you tonight. His name is Woa. I think he goes by Woa Kill Me, but he's an actor, artist, music artist, and so much more. We're going to find out about him in the next hour. So tell us a little bit about yourself and welcome, Woa.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on, Doc G? How you doing?
I'm good now, bro. I was worried about you. I was like, I hope he gets here. I mean, I'm not. I don't try to give people like a hard time when they don't get here. I just give them a little extra time, no problem. You
Yeah,
know,
no. Like I was saying before, I just had to just wrap up a conversation that should have been wrapped up a little while ago. But I'm here now and I'm ready to dive into it. But
I love your personality. It's just, I mean, when I talk to you on the phone, you're so genuine. You're so really cool, and I want to give thanks to Elaine Ballas as well because she's the one that hooked us up, and she's an amazing lady. And when I asked her to come on here, I know you probably did too, but she had some prior, things to do. So
yeah,
tell me a little bit about yourself.
well, I'm from the East Coast, from Maryland, DC area.
Oh, so you're in
Uh,
my area.
yeah. The close to the tri-state area. Uh,
Okay.
had many trips up there to New Jersey, New York. But I was born in the Caribbean. This little island called Antigua. Was only there for like 6 months as a baby. Traveled to this country called Namibia in Africa, where I grew up until I was 5 years old. And then after I turned five, I moved to England, in the UK. Lived there, right outside of London, in this little city town called Guildford, Surrey. Um, and then after there, moved to New York, lived in Queens, Southside Jamaica, Queens, for a year with my cousin and my aunt, and then
Oh,
found my way down to Maryland, and spent the rest of my time there before I ended up moving to Phoenix in 2023, and then the back half of 2023, I ended up moving to LA. So I've been here ever since. So I'm a traveling man. I've lived my whole life traveling essentially. So
no, it's all good, bro. It's all good. So how did you hook up with Elaine? How did that even happen? I mean, Elaine is an amazing lady as well. She's just been in movies, TV shows, and
yeah,
different things, and she's just a wonderful person to talk to on the
yeah.
phone.
No, I love Elaine, and the way we got in contact with Elaine is I was filming content for my new single that was just released on Wednesday of this week. So it's called Wait. It's out now everywhere, all streaming platforms. But we put up a Craigslist ad because we had an idea for some content that we wanted to shoot, and we needed a sweet little old lady, and Elaine responded to the ad, and we got in contact with her. We spoke with her over the phone. She was so sweet, and she even helped us tweak the idea a little bit,
Oh,
and
cool.
yeah, we met her. We shot the content, and people loved it. Everybody loved it, and now I'm here talking to you.
No, it's exciting. Make sure I get a copy of Wait too, so I can start playing. It is friendly, family friendly, is it not?
I would definitely have to get you a radio edit,
I'll do that. Do that. That's fine.
but yeah,
Yeah, get me a radio edit. So you're somewhere in California now. Is that correct?
yes, sir. And right here in North Hollywood.
How are you enjoying the weather out there?
Oh man, I'm loving it. This is the type of weather that I was made for. I don't really like the cold or enjoy the cold like that. So the nights now in the summertime, they're pretty cool now, but in the wintertime they get really cold, so I don't like that part. But as far as right now, the summertime and what the weather usually is, I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah, it's nice in Hollywood in that area there. It's all changed though. I was out there a couple of years ago at an IPOP convention for my one of my daughters who was in music, and she was providing entertainment for the agents at that time.
Yeah.
So let's just put it that way. So your music and your background, do you attribute that to a lot of your growing up? And a lot of artists do that. They pull from their inspiration of growing up.
Um, I would say there is some flashes of it, but I feel like most of most of my music is like, especially the message in my music is to be self confident, to feel like a king or the queen that you are. There was a lot of times where I faced a lot of doubt, or that I was overlooked, or was second guessed, and the attitude that just comes in my music, you can feel it and you can hear it. It's just about uplifting yourself and feeling confident in yourself,
I love
and
that.
taking your power back, because you know, there is something about everybody that is special if they're willing to dig and find it, and everybody should get that chance to shine. So when people listen to my music, I want them to feel that energy, that gets them going, and yeah, that gives them that self confidence.
That's awesome. Any new projects coming up at all, or just hanging around and waiting for something to happen? Because I know
Mm,
if you wait, things don't usually happen. You got to make things happen, dude. You got to make
yeah,
it happen.
yeah, you've got to. Over the since I got here, I was working on a lot of music, and had a lot of music stashed in the vault. So right now we're just putting all that together in a either a mixtape or an album. And we're gonna put that out pretty soon after we put out probably one more single, and then yeah, now we're gonna put out a project.
Nice. What is "Wait" about by this song? What is that about?
Well, the premise of the premise of the song was started by my producer. He thought it would be the coolest thing to sample the crosswalk sound. Wait, wait, you know, when you're at the crosswalk and you hit that button. Um, yeah. So, and he was like,
Oh,
no,
I
I
get it.
don't.
Yeah. Okay, now I understand. Okay.
Yeah. So now, so then it's just about in contrary to that, it's just about I guess a girl who's you know, who's waiting on you, and you as a guy, and she's wanting your time, but you're busy doing other things, and you're just kind of explicitly telling her to wait.
Do women really relate to you with that as a musician? Because I know a lot of my friends, they're like, if he's a musician, I don't even want no part of him because he's either busy making music, he's either busy traveling, and he's like, or it's like I just want a person that's humble and staying home.
Yeah, I mean, it's I feel like it's a part of the reason why I'm single now, but
See,
a lot of that also comes on myself, because there's I know what I want to accomplish, and I know the foundation I want to set for the family I do want to have in the future, and I want to make sure that future is secure. So there's a lot of things that I have to wait for, or that I have to put on hold in terms of relationships, because sometimes people don't understand, you know, they don't understand the goals that you're trying to achieve. They don't understand what you want to what you really want to accomplish, and sometimes they just want you to be solely focused on them, and they want all your time. But when you're trying to achieve something and reach heights that, you know, people usually don't reach, you know, there's some attention that's going to have to be taken away from certain things and put on other things. And a lot of the girls that I've been with, they didn't like that. So,
yeah, I know.
or they didn't understand it. There's I know there's some girls out there that understand when um a guy has ambition, and he wants to achieve something. They kind of want to be that support system for you, but unfortunately for me, I haven't found I haven't found that yet. But that's okay. I feel like there's somebody out there for everybody, and I feel like my time is gonna come.
That's exactly it. When the time is right, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I had to wait 30 years till I found the love of my life, to be honest with you. And it was a tough time. I went through all kinds of girlfriends year after
yeah,
year. Oh, you're a musician? Yeah. You awoke. Oh, you're doing this? Oh, you're doing that. So, yeah, I get home 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and then do the thing the next night. Same thing. So,
yeah,
been there, done that.
yeah. It's tough. It's tough out there for for us musicians.
So, one of the questions I probably would, somebody would probably ask me is, why your name Woakill? What does the significance of that mean?
Well, it takes the word woe, and then it's actually pronounced Keel, like Wokeel. My name is Jakeel, so it's just my pretty much my nickname from my regular name. And then the woe aspect comes from just the content that I do and just the kind of person that I am. I'm a very, when you get around me, I'm a very energetic, upbeat, um, goofy person. So some things like when you first experience me in person and you get to spend time with me, you're just like it's a lot to take in at one time, because just the energy that I bring as to my person. So that's where the woe comes from.
Dude, you're so humble. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I've known a lot of people. Some are really humble, some are not, and you are really, really humble. I think that comes from your island experience. To
Yeah, I
appreciate life.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Oh no, yeah, you're welcome. So working with Elaine, can you tell me a little bit about the video so people can understand the video and where to find it?
Oh well, you can find it on my Instagram, on YouTube, on even on YouTube Shorts, on my Twitter, on TikTok, all under Wokel. On pretty much every social media platform that's out there, the videos out there, but mainly on my Instagram. That's where a lot of the traffic for my videos goes to. But the video is just uh, little old lady needing help crossing the road, and and I come up there, I come there to save the day to help her cross the road, and we kind of just take a little break and perform in the middle of in the middle of the crosswalk, in the middle of the street, the song, and then after that's done, I get her over to the other side of the road, and she thanks me with a big kiss on the cheek, and that's pretty much the video. It's very funny.
Now, after looking at your Instagram, I didn't know you had an Instagram, by the way. So
Yeah,
I'm following you. But let me find out more about being a stuntman.
yeah.
Go ahead, tell me about that, because I have a good friend. Her name is oh my God, she's gonna kill me. Marnine Lynn
Marnie.
Fields.
Yeah.
You know Marnine?
No. The name sounds super familiar. Super familiar.
She was a stunt woman for the $6 Million Man and Lindsay Wagner with the $6 Million Woman, and just a lot of stuff in Hollywood that she's done over the years.
Oh,
She's
oh
also a
wow.
singer, songwriter, and all that other stuff, playwright and everything. But she was a stunt woman, and
Wow.
she's got amazing awards and everything about it. And I interviewed her a while ago, and she's a great friend of mine, wonderful lady, and knows everybody in Hollywood. We also, I'll just tell you real quick, I saw a film
Mm-hmm.
with Kim Kahani, something like that, and people in Hollywood know who he is. He's been the biggest stuntman in, I think he's Hawaiian persuasion, but he's been a huge influence,
Okay.
and I think he has a stunt school out there in there as
Oh
well.
yeah,
So
yeah. I think I did hear about his stunts
Kim
because I was
Kalani, yeah.
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about and that was an amazing movie that I got to view, by the way, about all his life. So tell me a little bit about your time as a stuntman. Or you're still doing it? Are you going to be doing it? What's going
Well, well, the premise behind my artist project is I go by raps only stuntman. So I kind of coupled being a rapper, being an artist, being a musician with the visuals of doing my own stunts and being a stuntman. So I go by the other moniker, Raps Only Stuntman, or Raps First Stuntman, because
I don't know anybody else that's a rapper and stuntman.
yeah, I'm literally the only one doing it, because we were trying to figure out a way to really show who I am as an artist and show and pair that with the music as well, because the music is super energetic and it's crazy and it's wild in terms of the production and just some of the storylines that are in there. So we needed something visually to fit, and I don't like promoting my music like how everybody else is promoting their music. And usually people just, stand at a mic, or they're in the studio, or they're in their room, singing into the camera. And I said, like we said, we need something that's gonna be over the top, grab people's attention right away, and also at the same time um, perform your song in it. And my creative director, he came up with the stunts, and that's how that was born. Um, yeah, and the stunts are wild. So if you go on my Instagram and you see all the stunts that I'm doing, they're insane.
I'm looking at them. I want people to go to your Instagram and not only check you out, but follow you and like your stuff. It's really cool stuff, man.
I appreciate that.
I see you coming out of it like a airplane or helicopter. You're skydiving, that's for sure. You're up on a car. I mean, some of these stunts are freaking amazing.
Yeah, no, those are my pride and joys. Those stunts are my pride and joys. Yeah, those we decided to go skydiving for one of my releases, and my creative director thought it would be a great idea for him to come in my room, wake me up, and remind me that we're dropping, because when you release a song, they also call it dropping the song. So he was like, "Oh, we're dropping today," and I'm like, "What do you mean? Like we're dropping? Like we're dropping the song? Like what do you mean?" And then it cuts to the part where we're in the plane, and I'm like, "Oh, this is what you mean by we're dropping?" So we jump out the plane, and I'm pretty much rapping my song all the way down, all the way down to the ground. And yeah, it's an unconventional way to promote your music, but I like unconventional. I like doing what people aren't doing, essentially.
Yeah, to be as unique as possible is the best way to make it in this industry. Believe me, I tell people that all the time. As a financial coach or just a person that's been in this music industry and entertainment industry, be as unique as you can be, even if it's further than you think. Think outside the box. Pretend there's no box there.
Yeah.
Be your own box.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes like we were doing this for pretty much half a year now, and we just now, like we're like I spoke to my creative director the other day. He said we're 185 videos in, and that's waking up, doing stunts on the daily, recording them, recording music, posting it with no reaction. Now we're starting to cut through and get a lot of reactions, get a lot of engagements, get a lot of attention from it. So I feel like it can only just get bigger from here, and when it gets bigger from here, I feel like it can be safer, but even more wilder in terms of what we can give to people in terms of entertainment.
Never stop the safetiness. That's the part that I talked to Chris Angel. I heard Chris Angel. He was one of the illusionists that had his own show, Chris Angel's show. We talked to his brother, and his brother came into my studio, and he said that everybody thinks that Chris Angel's unsafe. That's furthest from the truth. He's very, very safe, no matter what it is. It looks like it's a very unsafe stunt, but he's very, very safe. That's probably what you promote as well. You want to make sure everything is safe before you even do it,
Exactly. And I mean, my creative director, he's also my stunt coordinator, which is, he does all the safety checks. And before we do every single stunt, we pretty much go through a mock test of it. We check every facet of like, for example, say if I'm hanging from the car and I'm being tied up, we make sure that whatever I'm being tied to is firm and stable, and the thing that the rope that we're using, or whatever the apparatus is that I'm being tied to, has the proper knots, has the proper anchors, has everything. We go through an extensive safety check before we actually go ahead and do the stunt. And he's actually stopped me from doing certain stunts because he was like, "Oh no, this is not safe." And I would also tell him, like, as long as I feel comfortable, as long as I feel secure, then I'm very on go to do the stunts. And the stunts that we do, the stunts that we do, those are honestly the safest stunts that that I do, and that I feel the safest. And the thing is, mainly just making it look like it's insane. But if you were actually there to sit through the whole process with us and watch how we do it, you'd be like, "Oh, this is actually pretty safe." But I still don't want to encourage anybody to try and emulate what I'm doing. That's not the goal there. And I even reiterate and make sure people know when they come to my page, to don't try this at home. Like, please do not, because we have a system of safety in place, and we go through that system of safety every single day. We've been doing this for such a long time that it's essentially like breathing now. So I do not encourage anybody to do anything that we are doing.
No, you're right, and I say that too. Also to some of my friends that were wrestlers, they say they practice and do things, and people are like they're just glorified stuntmen. Well, in a way they are, but there's more to it than that. There's
Yeah,
way more to it. There's more drama. There's more accidents that can happen, and
yeah,
sometimes they do.
yeah,
Um, and I'm sure they happen in the stunt world too. But
yeah. Of course.
every precaution has been made so it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, and that's essentially what we do. Think I like to say think Evil Knievel, but just a rapper.
That's pretty cool. So tell us more about your music. So you started doing. Who was your influence in music? That's what I wanted to ask you.
My this is always a tricky question for me because I listen to so much music
Right.
across all genres.
Me too.
Um,
Me
that
too.
that I'm just inspired by great music. It doesn't matter where it comes from in terms of the genre. I listen to country music. I'm inspired by country artists. I'm inspired by rock and roll artists. I have a deep for some reason I have a deep affinity for the 80s. So a lot of my love for music came from listening to 80s rock and roll, like Metallica, Journey,
Oh
all
wow.
those guys. Yeah, all those guys. I don't make the same music as them. I I had this fantasy of creating a boy band, and I was actually in a boy band at one point. We were called Act Natural. We didn't make rock and roll, but we did make various amounts of music that went across all different kinds of genres.
Nice.
So that's always a tricky question because people always like to hear one or two or three or a handful of specific people, but for me, I consume so much music from all across all genres that I'm inspired by just great music in general.
It's funny as a DJ and as a performer, musician as well. Um, you see, and I see the whole different aspect that maybe years ago. I don't think you remember or were around then, but in the early '60s and '70s, there was a whole different thing of music. Music was
Yeah.
just, I mean, the composers and the people that wrote the songs and all the people that are involved in the songs.
Hmm.
There was so much involvement. There was like, too many people in the pot make the soup bad. That wasn't
Yeah.
the case here. They made
No.
the soup better. They made the
Yeah.
soup really good,
Yeah.
But now with AI and without AI, you can probably do more to yourself than you would have getting together with other people.
Yeah. That is true, but there's always that element in AI, um, that they don't that natural human error, and sometimes that natural human error that people make while creating music creates something really beautiful and special. From what I know, a lot of the greatest hits that have came were essentially made on accident. Like people didn't mean to do that, but
Yep.
it ended up turning out amazing, and that's the greatness about music, that something so great can come from a quote unquote accident, like you not meaning to do something, you not meaning to say something a certain way, but the the sonic resolution that ended up coming out of it was really pleasing.
Yeah, it is amazing. Really is amazing. I mean, where we've been and where we're going is even going to be even a weirder journey, but a longer journey too.
Yeah.
So again, with your music, your inspiration to write songs is basically coming from your life, you're living your life, right?
Yeah, those coming from living my life, coming from different experiences that I've had. I've lived like up until now. I've lived like three lives. I grew up in sports when I was living overseas in England. playing soccer, wanting to be a soccer star.
Oh,
Um, my goal then was to play for the Manchester United under 16 team, and then eventually make it to their pro team. But I ended up moving to the States, and when I moved to the States, I ended up falling in love with football. I randomly turned on the Super Bowl and was watching Tom Brady and Jake Delhomme from the Carolina Panthers go at it, and that inspired me to play football. I told my mom the very next football season she needs to sign me up for football. I don't want to play soccer. And my goal was to play in the NFL and play in Division I college football. I realized that dream in playing Division I college football, earning a scholarship to various Power Five schools like Iowa,
oh
Nebraska,
wow.
Maryland. Ultimately, ended up choosing to attend the University of Maryland to be closer to home, and played there for Coach Etzel and Coach Durkin, who was down at Florida at one point. I think now he's at either at Texas A&M or Alabama. But yeah, after football was done, that's when I got into music. So all those experiences that I had playing football kind of influenced my writing and my music. And that's where the self-confidence and the making yourself feel like a king or a queen that you are, or uplifting you in that sense. Because there was a lot of people who doubted me. There's a lot of people who overlooked me, especially in my journey towards the NFL.
Oh
And
man.
I was very overlooked. So it's kind of like an fu to that in a way.
You and me, brother, are just alike. I swear. I was overlooked when I was a musician. I was overlooked when I was a sports figure. I was overlooked every time, even though people wanted me as certain things. I'm not blowing my own horn, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's been 40, 50 years. But the point is if you don't believe in yourself,
Yep.
nobody can make you believe in yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's my I think that's my mission. I want people to believe in themselves. I want people to feel like they're
Yeah.
great, no matter if they are being overlooked um or underplayed. You know what you have, you know what you can do. And some people, they just need that confidence. They just need that confidence boost, and I feel like that's what my music gives people.
After you saying that now, when I listen to Wait and I hear a song Wait, I'm going to be thinking, well, wait till you see me now.
Yeah.
Wait till you see me later on. Wait till you see me as I see myself, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where I get the song Wait from.
Yeah.
That
And the
might be
beauty
like another meaning, a double meaning.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about music is that it's so subjective, and it's always up for
Right.
interpretation. It's always up for interpretation towards the person listening to it. So I like to leave things a little bit ambiguous and vague in a sense for people to make their own conclusion on it and to make it mean what it means for them in their life. Because I could be approaching it from a way where I mean it to be this, but then a lot of people who listen to it can get that meaning, get a meaning that's totally different from what I intended it to be. And that's another beautiful thing I love about music.
And I love that too, because I have a friend that has written songs. And I said, what is that song about? And he says, anything you want it to be about. It's
Yeah.
your interpretation, your choice, your opinion. If you think it's about this, then it's probably about that. Because when I wrote it just like you said. I wrote it for everyone, just like I wrote a manifesting song, right? That song is for everybody to manifest what they want. And the design of the song is to sing the lyrics. As you sing the lyrics, the God and universe, everybody around us is listening. And as you're singing them, you're also saying them. And as you're repeating saying them, you're also saying them over and over again. And then you say, well,
Yep.
you know what? I want to sing it again. And then
Yep.
before you know it, you're manifesting your dreams.
Exactly. And everybody, and I'm glad that you brought that up because that's something that I believe in a lot. Um, I believe in the power of the mind. I believe in the power of the human mind, and I feel like everybody, once they learn who they truly are, will be able to, unlock a lot of things in themselves and create a whole new world for themselves.
You know, it's funny. I met a rapper. He wants to help the homeless in his area,
Yeah.
in California.
Yeah.
And I said, it's really weird because I met a lot of rappers in the last couple months that want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys just collaborate? You probably don't know each other, right?
Yeah, that's true. We don't. That's the thing. We don't
I'm
know
gonna
each
hook
other.
you up, man. I'm gonna hook you up because you all have the same desires.
Yeah.
You know, you have the same desires and the same wants and the same vision. For somebody to be a visionary, they got to align you guys. Say, hey, meet this guy. He's the same way as you. You know,
that's true. That is so true. And Doc, you know, one of the things I truly believe in is that one of the reasons that we're sent here, or that we do live life, is to be of service to others,
right.
in whatever way that you can be, and to help, and whether that's through music, or whether that's through physically being a trainer for somebody, or being a therapist for somebody. We're all here to help each other. So yeah, I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that. And if we can bring more people together so we can help more people, that's even better.
Well, you know, I'm part of the film industry. You know, I'm part of the music industry. So if there's anything that I can do to either help you get your music out there, or help you get involved with the movies that some filmmakers need certain stunt people, some filmmakers need certain music, some filmmakers need whatever they need, you know, I kind of feel like, you know what, I have the pulse on the people. I have the pulse on the friends. I have the pulse on other people. I can definitely change that, or change that outlook for others.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you're the same way. There's more you can do. I ever heard a saying, there's more you can do together than do by yourself.
Yeah. There's another saying to piggyback off that one is a lot of people like to say, if you want to go fast, walk alone. But if you want to go further, you walk together.
Oh, I like that. I've heard that. Yeah. I've heard that years ago. Yeah. It's very true. If you want to be short-lived, you know, you may have a hit and you're short-lived and nobody's around. But if you want to be longevity, put it in a movie, put it in a TV show, put it in
timeless.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So nobody will ever forget that song. Nobody will ever forget that, how it made them feel at that time. That's what I like about music. It's got a certain sensory feel that once you hear it, you're just like, oh my God, this is great. This makes you feel so good, and also enhances the film, also enhances whatever project you're doing. People don't see it that way. I'm just going to spend a few dollars. No, if you really believe in this, spend the money. It's well worth it, because if the story and the backing and the actor and everything is perfect as best it can be, it's all about timing.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself, Doc. And if anything comes across your desk that you think that I would be great for, you let me know.
Here you go. Here's another friend of ours. Hey, Michael. Michael Bott Band is a music band, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about, because he's doing literally everything with music. He's doing literally everything with his friends and stuff, because we all have friends that are in the industry.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael, what's going on? Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Reach out to Woakill on Instagram. Tell him where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram under Woakill at WOAHKILL. Or literally any social media platform is all the same, under at Woakill, WOAHKILL. And you can listen to all my music on every single streaming platform: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Deezer, whatever you listen to music on, that's where you can find me, under the same name, WOAHKILL.
And you know what I like about him, Michael, while you're watching us, this gentleman here is very, very down to earth. He's very, very humble, and he appreciates everything that happens to him, or everybody else that makes it happen for him. And I appreciate our interview with him today, because a friend of ours, Elaine Ballas, set it up. Elaine is in a video with him. But he's a rap guy. He's a stunt man. He's like do it all. He does it all.
Like a Renaissance man.
What else don't you do? You play an instrument.
Unfortunately, I don't play an instrument. I wish I could. But I'm sitting down. I'm learning the guitar. I'm that's one of my major goals is to be able to get up on stage and just shred the guitar to one of my songs. But but yeah, no. The only thing that's probably the only thing I can't do, play guitar.
Yeah, he's a Renaissance man. Exactly, Michael. Michael says you're a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
No, it's so cool. I mean, interviewing you. So tell me what's next for you. Where are you going after this? I mean, not right now, but I mean, what's in the picture coming up in the future for you?
Um, well, I'm working on finishing up my project, putting that together. We're pretty much almost done with it. We just got to add some few finishing touches to that. So probably gonna release one more single from the project, and then release the project as a whole, and then from there going into a whole different sound. That still is gonna give you the energy, but it's a little bit more softer, showing a different a side to me as an artist as a whole, not just only as a rapper, but as an artist and a musician as a whole. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for these new songs that are gonna come out. I'm excited to transition into a different sound, um, and just keep bringing people more great music, and then hopefully perform some shows coming up soon.
So the shows will be around your area in California.
Yeah, yes, either that or we're gonna try and get something going in DC, but either LA or DC.
Well, DC's not too far from me.
Yeah,
DC's only like maybe about 8 hours away, 6 hours away from
yeah,
Jersey.
yeah. Not a bad drive, especially if there's no traffic.
So, dude, there's always traffic.
Oh yeah, you can't escape that.
You can't escape the traffic on I-80 or going down Delaware or wherever.
Yeah.
But so is your music going to stay within the rap genre, or are you going to span out?
Oh, no, I'm definitely, the goal is to span out. I'm definitely gonna span out. I feel like rap is just the just one of the stepping stones. But I'm gonna grow so much as an artist, and I've already grown so much of an artist. And just by all the music that I do listen to and that I'm inspired by, rap is not the only thing that I'm gonna stay in. Obviously, I'm gonna start in that, but it's not something that I'm gonna stay in. I'm definitely gonna move into different genres and do different sounds that fit me as well.
I love that, and I want to hear more about the boy band because, I'm a big Backstreet Boys guy and NSYNC. I freaking listen. I love harmonies, and them guys could freaking. I not only get the girls, I get that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
their harmonies were amazing. That's why I play a little bit of that stuff on the station because I love it.
yeah, yeah. No, I was a part of a boy band, and we were like collective called Act Natural for a while. That's where I first started at. Um, and we all decided to kind of move in a different direction, and that kind of fell apart. But it was a great experience. I'm still with uh, uh, like 95% of the guys that I was in that boy band with. We all live in the same house now here out in LA, working on my artist project, and they're doing their own things as well. So still kind of intact in a way, but just missing a few of our brothers. But they're thriving. Graham Bright, if you guys ever get a chance to come across his music, he's got some amazing music. He's got a great song called Redland that's out, and he's getting ready to release some more great music. And yeah, Doc, really feel like you would love that song Redland, so you should definitely check that one out too. He
Or
goes by Grant.
send me the link at least to
Yeah,
his thing, and I'll check it out. I'll be more than glad
yeah,
to check it out.
yeah. I'll definitely send that to you for
And
sure.
that goes for anybody that you can send them my way. I mean, if the music is good, and I always go by the person. If the person likes the music,
Yeah,
send it to me. The worst I could say is no, but I
yeah,
hardly ever say no to anybody. I really be honest.
yeah.
You
But
know,
no,
I love everything. So as a musician, you end up loving pretty much everything that everybody writes. I
yeah,
love reggae myself. I'm an old
yeah,
Bob Marley fan, so I love
yeah,
reggae, beach music. I love I love that style of songs.
yeah. Especially if you're sitting there on the beach drinking a pina colada or having a cold one.
That's all you need, and a beautiful babe by your side. I mean,
Exactly, man.
life just
That
gets
you
better
know
than
the
that.
vibes, man. You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
Life never gets better than that. Or my
Yeah,
beautiful wife of 33 years. I got to say that because she'll
you're
get
gonna
mad
get
at
in
me if I
trouble.
don't.
Don't get in trouble on these airways, Doc.
No, she never yell at me. She knows me.
No, I know it's all love between you guys. I
Oh
know.
yeah, it's so true. So so I mean, we got music, we got rap, we've got the things that you're doing. And so tell me how you became a stuntman. What was it? What was the one thing that you said I want to be a stuntman?
I guess ever since I was a kid, I was always my dad always tells me this story of I was like maybe 3 years old, and I had this high cabinet that's in a that's or a dresser that was in my room. Like it was like 2 feet lower than like below the ceiling.
All right.
So it was pretty high up, and he said that I would climb up there, and then I would call him into the room, and he'd be so flabbergasted and astonished as to how a 3-year-old was able to get up there. And then I'd be like, catch me, daddy, catch me, and I'll just jump off without even realizing if he's ready to catch me or not. And then he would just obviously he was there, he caught me. But I think that's where it all started. I've always just I'm a thrill seeker. I love getting my adrenaline pumping, doing just crazy things. It brings me joy. It makes me happy. If I could do what Evil Knievel did, I might do that at some point. Who knows?
Ooh.
Um,
Oh
but
man.
but yeah, no, things like that just it's just something that brings me a lot of joy and makes me happy.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you'll get noticed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
People will definitely notice you, your music, and everything because they'll be looking it up. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man.
Anything you want to ask me?
How long have you been doing radio for?
20 over radio, well, my radio station, 28
Yeah.
years. Radio in general, probably 5 years at one time. I was news guy and radio guy and DJ and all that
Wow.
stuff.
And
Overnight guy. And then I said, you know what? Enough is enough. And programming manager fired me. He's like,
wow.
we can't play a whole side of an album, at 2:00 in the morning. And I said, why not? People are listening to it. They love that. They love that no other station's doing it. And we're the unique ones. We're getting calls. People love that,
Yeah.
And he got mad at me. He's like, no, stick to the script. Stick to the script. I'm like, yeah, but it's the same 500 songs over and over again. Plus some of the songs that come out that were new. But I got tired of that. I said, you know what? When I start my own station, if I ever do, I am going to do something unique, like I say, unique, and get rid of that. Throw that out the window and just play as much music as I possibly can from any era or decade, plus indie artists like you, because who else will be able to hear you if I don't play you? They got to be in your location. They got to hear you. They've got to be a friend of yours to know about you, or Facebook. If they're not on Facebook, how do they find you? If they're not on Instagram, how do they find you? These are the possible only choices you have. Social networks or radio.
Yeah.
Or TV or something that brings people to know who you are as a person. That's it.
Yeah.
You have no other options.
That's true. And that's how a lot of people get robbed of really great artists, because there are so many great artists out there that never get discovered because they don't have the means or the avenues to be able to get put in front of a lot of people. So I'm extremely grateful for you, Doc, honestly, really. So
no, even some of the sons and daughters of some of the great people that were heard in the 60s and 70s, they've got great music too, but they're not being heard. Nobody's playing them on the airwaves. Nobody knows their name. Nobody knows who they are. If they're from a group, if they're an independent artist, if they're an artist that's just the name, they don't know anybody who they are. Yeah. So how do they actually make it? You go to Spotify, you already know the artist you're going to look for most of the time. So unless you find them by accident or by chance, you don't know who they are. You have no idea. That's why I said, when developing a radio station, it's going to be not only family friendly as best I can for everybody. Because again, I'm going to tell you as a rapper, when you say language, right? I
Mm-hmm.
understand why you're saying it, because there's truth in there, and you feel it. The problem with that is when you say it on a general radio station that's all family friendly, you're losing the sons, the daughters, the moms, the pops, the grandpops, and all the people that, hey, say this is a good song, but
Yeah.
it's got a bad language in it.
Yeah.
And that ruins your chances of being known more than known a little. That's my point.
Yeah.
Try to keep it as clean as possible, or at least have it edited for radio stations like that. So
Exactly.
we can at least play it for other people, and people can say, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I love
Yeah.
this. And it's diversity to the sound, diversity to the station, diversity to what we do.
Yeah. We love that.
And that's,
We love that.
when you were talking about Journey and stuff and Metallica, I'm like, that's what I play, dude. That's what I play. And then I add you as a little bit of extra spice,
Yeah. That'd be crazy. That'd be insane. That'd be so exciting.
And I'm the only station right now playing my songs that I just created, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only station playing my songs that I just created because no other stations got them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm also playing AI songs from AI. There's
the whole
an AI
nine.
website where people are creating songs literally every second of every day. I go in there, pick the songs out, and pop them in.
Wow.
That's what I do.
I need to go on that site and check some of those songs out.
Think about what you just said. All the creativity out there, they never get noticed, they never get seen, they never get heard. They have one idea. Remember, all you have to do with AI is say exactly what you want as far as song, exactly the style that you want or whatever you want in the song, and the lyrics.
Yeah.
And literally you just hit create and it's done in like less than a few minutes.
Yeah, that's insane.
So you tell me how easy that is for a creator, because you're still creating the song but using AI as an aid, because now he's your sound engineer. Now he's your music person. He's your singer, your songwriter. He's your composer. I composed a score on there too. It was amazing score.
The whole nine.
No, that's what I'm talking about. It's so freaking easy to do that people are doing it every day. And I'm the only station playing AI music. Nobody else is playing it. You know why, right? Because they don't know about the station. They don't know about the AI. They don't know. They're afraid to tap into what AI can offer. And I'm saying AI is like an independent artist, us. These people that are creating this music, it's freaking amazing when you listen to them.
Yeah.
Think about the creativity of people. I'm out on the boat. I'm fishing. I'm looking at the beautiful sunset. I'm looking at the clouds, and then put that in a lyric, and then have AI create a song over that with whatever you want, reggae, punk, rock, whatever you want, and then you can change it up.
Yeah.
You can change the tempo. You can change the sound. You can change. There's so many different things. There's so many variables.
Yeah. Or you could take that one subject that you have and say, make it rap, make it country, make it rock, make it this, make it that.
There you go.
You could take the same song and you can make completely different genres about it. That's insane. That's incredible.
And you can take your rap song and literally make your rap song a rock song. You can take your rock song and make it a country song. And then you could take that song, even though it's the same lyrics, and create 3 different songs from it.
Wow.
Think about that. I mean, it blows your freaking mind.
It does. You got me wanting to go to that site and test some things.
I'm gonna send you the link. And I want to see your professional opinion based on what you know as a musician.
Yep.
How the sound is. It's crystal clear. How the vocals are. It's like the person sitting right next to you in a sound booth.
Yeah.
And the musicians are, it's all AI.
Yeah.
we literally just say do, and it does. I mean, that's it.
Can't get any easier or better than that.
But you're still the creator.
Exactly.
Remember
that. And it doesn't take anything away from you.
Right. I don't want to make a big deal about that, but it is something that a lot of people are using, and I think it's really cool. It
I
really,
mean, Doc, you know why there've been uh these other songwriters who have made AI songs from some of these major artists is because of how the songwriting splits in the industry is right now.
right.
It's something that's, these guys aren't making that much money, and now they're trying to like
Or any.
and they're trying to take their power back by writing these AI songs with the lyrics that they write, and getting these major artists to perform it so people can hear, that hear what they can do. And so I get it. I understand it. I understand all of it.
I'm going to give you the key to the universe right now. You ready? The key
Yes,
to the
sir.
universe.
I'm ready.
The key to the universe right now.
I got it. I'm ready.
The music universe. All right. You go to ChatGPT, which is free. Doesn't cost you a penny.
Yeah.
You write something in there that you want to write a song about.
Yeah.
Example, whatever you want to put in there. You take that, you copy and paste it, and you put it in this AI. You pick out the genre and everything you want. Create a song in less than 2 minutes. You save the song as your own. You go to Sound Exchange and put it in Spotify, TuneCore, all these other places, and you start making money from it. How much did it cost you?
$0.
How much money are you going to make from it?
A billion, millions, millions.
Key to the universe, bro. Key to the universe. Enough to get awareness for movies, TV, and everything else in between.
Yes, sir.
Radio is the last possible choice, but it's also the first possible choice to get noticed.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the key to the universe.
That's awesome.
Tap into it, man. Tap into it.
I gotta tap in.
Number one, you don't got to book studio time. Number
Yeah.
two, it's not using any of your time other than just go out and look for what you want and put it in there.
Yeah.
3, it changes the whole perspective of getting musicians lined up, having to make sure they're there on time. I've seen people do it by Zoom, and then you got that Zoom interference and sound and stuff. You don't have none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. So you might be getting a AI song from me pretty soon.
Hey, brother, listen. If it's AI, that's between you and AI. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do. I mean, I'm glad if you're happy, but as far as I'm concerned, you created it because you told AI what you wanted.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. So we're going to end the show. So what do you want people to take from this as far as who you are and what you've done? And what would you tell somebody that's just starting out in the business?
What I want people to take away is just the awareness of who I am. I do exist. I am here. Providing an experience in terms of music and in terms of the content, because nowadays, content is king. Doing something that nobody else in my industry is doing. So if you do want to dabble into something that's completely untapped into and completely different than whatever else you're getting, now you know. Kill is here. And what I would tell somebody who's just starting out is to, no matter what self-doubts or whatever doubts come your way, to continue to always push through and to continue to always show up and continue to always work, because you never know which day is the day your life is going to change, and you never know when it's going to be that moment that you're going to see all your hard work pay off. So you got to keep throwing spaghetti at the wall. You got to keep throwing paint at the wall. You got to wake up every day and just keep going, and don't let anything stop you. Because just like with somebody who's working out to lose weight or to gain muscle, your body has nothing but to change. And when you're consistent enough doing something, your surroundings have no other choice but to change. So just keep going and keep doing what you're doing.
I love that, brother. I love that.
And keep believing in yourself. Yep.
No, that's awesome. I also want to give a shout out again to Elaine Ballas, her for setting us up.
Yep.
and hope you get more interviews and you
Thank
talk
you.
more about your music and tell more people. I'll definitely hook you up with some of my friends. I'll put you in some film groups, some movie groups, and different things like that. And don't be afraid. Listen, don't be afraid to promote yourself. I
Yes,
have a
sir.
lot of friends in this industry, and they are afraid to promote themselves so they don't get heard or seen. And they say to me, they say, I wonder why I'm not doing good. Because you're not promoting yourself. People don't know
Yeah.
about you. They're not
Yeah.
on there every day. They're only on there maybe once in a while. So
Yeah.
if they see a post from you every day, now they know that you're serious and you're interested and you're going to try to make a change or make a difference in their lives. Other
Yeah.
than that, they know nothing about you.
Yeah. That's true.
Yep.
That's exactly true, Doc. And I appreciate you for having me on the show. I appreciate you for taking your time out and speaking to me and giving me a platform. So much love and respect to you, Doc. I really do appreciate you.
Oh, man, I do appreciate you as well. I think you're a great guy. And keep on, listen, don't ever change. Keep on being the same person that you are and keep on fighting for what you believe in.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thanks,
Yes, sir.
everybody. Thanks for listening. Of course, it's DocG Presents on HamiltonRadio.net. Thank you, guys. All right.